Let's go to Richard Ireland. He's the mayor of Jasper. He joins us now to talk some more about this. Mayor, how did it go today? How is it going today?
It's going tremendously well. Thank you, Marilla. I am so relieved, grateful, proud, in fact, to say that the first tears of today were, in fact, tears of gratitude when returning residents, our east entrance to town, they were greeted by our own local fire department, members of the RCMP, Parks Canada, and municipal people. And it was such a warm welcome that there were tears of appreciation shed at that moment, tears of gratitude for the work that was done to allow residents to re-enter today.
Can you describe a little bit about what was going on today once residents crossed into Jasper?
As they entered the town, they were all provided with a re-entry guide, containing all sorts of really critical information. And we still encourage everyone to make sure they read that guide before they enter their home. Once they passed that gate, they noticed a police presence, a municipal presence all over town. And I received comments back that they were so gratified to see that. They proceeded either to their homes or to their businesses or to homes of friends that they had been asked to check on their properties and determine for themselves the state of affairs and what they might have left to rebuild their own homes, their own lives, their own businesses.
Yeah, it must be very emotional for them as they try and figure that out. Let me ask you about services in town, because I know a lot of things were obviously interrupted by the wildfire. What is up and running? What is not?
Well, everything is up and running to some extent, but not everybody has all of everything. And so I know that particularly in the heavily impacted West End, some places will have running water, a municipal service, but they won't have hot water because the natural gas supplier has not been able to configure a way to get gas safely to all of the properties. As far as I'm aware, electricity has been restored almost everywhere. One grocery store is open, so that service is available. And again, there is a center set up with huge thanks to the Red Cross at one of our parks in town, and residents who have re-entered can go there and get information on all the questions they might have. And then, of course, they can also, again, access the re-entry guide that has been made available.
Is it clear how many people have actually come back today? And I'm just wondering if there's any idea of how many are going to spend the night there.
My most recent information, which is only minutes old, is that there have been in excess of 500 people who have re-entered. Whether they will stay or not remains to be seen. There will, of course, be very many who have no capacity to stay. So I would expect that of those 500 that have entered so far, a large portion of them will be leaving the community again this evening.
I was going to ask you when the highway closes. From what I understand, the highway will open and close every day, so that overnight it'll stay closed. Those who are in will stay in. Those who want to come in will have to wait till the next morning.
That's right. I think they will allow people out after the closure if they've just been delayed in their exit, but then the road will be closed again until the following morning at 7 a.m. I understand.
And why do it this way?
I think it's security concern for one. Residents are entitled to get back and see what is left of their properties and the state of those properties, but they are concerned as well that there could be people with other attitudes that are not consistent with safeguarding our community. And so the easiest way is just to keep it closed so that they know that they have security. And of course, there is a full-time round-the-clock presence of RCMP and bylaw in the town.
And just to clarify one other thing, those who have homes that are livable can stay. If you're coming in with something like a motorhome or a trailer, can you stay in town?
You will be able to. I see that decision has been made. That won't be for tonight. In all likelihood, we will have to make some more adjustments to ensure that there are proper sanitation facilities and other items available for people who might want to be able to camp on the streets, we will certainly make that possible, but that won't be something that is undertaken this evening.
Okay, so overall, it has been a safe and fairly uneventful return today, and things will carry on tomorrow morning.
Well, I can't say necessarily uneventful. I know that it will have been shocking for so many residents. That in itself is an event. I have heard different descriptions. People have said they've been humbled, referring to the visualization of the force of nature. One individual said they were crushed. Another described the scene as apocalyptic. So it is very much eventful from a personal perspective. But in terms of events that the municipality has had to manage, not at all. It's gone so incredibly smoothly with great cooperation from returning residents and from all the supports on the ground.
Yeah, a lot of emotional upheaval, as you mentioned, as people assess what's left for them to go back to. Mayor, really good of you to take some time, sir. I know you're very busy, and I'm sure you're very tired as well. So thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. My pleasure.